up guys, Otterpop here with another reaction request. So one of my patrons asked that I react to this 4-part animated mini-series called Mystery Skulls. It's a short animated musical video series, a little bit like Vampire is what they said. And if for those of you who don't know, I did actually watch the first 3 episodes of Vampire and provided a fair bit of commentary on all 3 of them. The synopsis was kind of interesting, especially how they tied it into the songs, and I'm suddenly forgetting the name of the guy who sang the songs for the first 2 episodes, but they were some really interesting songs and he had quite a voice. So the fact that this is something a little bit similar is already interesting. They suggested to start with Ghost, and that the 4 episodes can be finished in like 15 to 20 minutes. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to watch, I'm basically going to treat it like a normal reaction like I normally would, where I watch every single one, provide commentary afterwards, and probably pause every now and then if I feel like it. Anyways, I'm going to start with this Mystery Skulls animated, and the first of the entries is Ghost. I'm not sure fully what the other ones are. The next one is listed as Freaking Out, so that could be the second, but I'll have to make sure on that. So anyways, let's just go ahead. Let's get right into this. Let's see what we got. Let me turn down. Ghost. Woo. Sounds Mystery Skulls. These are some interestingly designed characters. They're just continuously like dancing to a beat or something. These colors are gorgeous. I love how one is excited, the other is like, huh? And the other's terrified. Whoa. This... Oh, okay, never mind. These are some interesting designs of the characters, and this animation is pretty fun. It's a repetitive beat. That's interesting. It's an interesting element for sure. Whoa! Why did one of them break and the other 2 didn't? Does that mean something? Well. Ooh. It's not sinister at all. What the what? These colors are actually really good. It's interesting how everybody's moving to the beat in some way. Like if they're not head bopping, they're doing something else to the beat. They even like opening doors and running and leaving the scene in certain beats. What? Wait, there's a 4th? Wait, what's going on? Whoa! Wait a minute! Oh! Oh my god, that's dark! Holy moly. It's blue now. Oh. Oh no! Okay, that got me right in the feels. Like, that was unexpected. Music by Mystery Skulls. So wait, is Mystery Skulls like a musical group or band? And this is how they decided to display, because all kinds of people love to display their videos. Like, you know, all kinds of people have different kinds of music videos. Most of them are live action, some of them are CG. Then you have people like Gorillas who, you know, have this crazy, like, you know, animated feel. Is this literally basically the music video for this song? That is really fascinating. I didn't expect something like that. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, like, I was noticing at multiple points throughout the entirety of this, of even this short video, was that everything was moving to the beat somehow, whether if the characters weren't bobbing their heads up and down, which was an interesting element in of itself, but they were escaping the frame to the beat. They were opening doors to the beat. They were running and walking to the beat, and like everything was basically on the beat. I cannot, and the animation looked relatively smooth. I cannot imagine how long that some of this had to take. What really stood out to me as well were the colors. I mean, for one thing, the color purple, or variations of the color purple, were everywhere, which were hinting, or not hinting, but more like foreshadowing to this fourth character who was in the Mystery Skulls group, because it's my guess it's supposed to be some kind of play of Mystery Incorporated. Shocker. But there are three characters in the Mystery Skulls group. There's this yellow-haired guy with a bionic arm, there's this blue-haired chick with some pretty snazzy glasses, and there's this red-haired slash furred dog. It's an interesting color palette because we got the three primary colors. I mean, technically the real three primary colors are magenta, yellow, and cyan, but ones that people are most familiar with tend to be like, you know, red, yellow, and blue. And it's interesting that those three particular colors were chosen. I bet that was probably purposeful, but there was obvious foreshadowing because the color purple was literally everywhere. It was foreshadowing to this fourth individual of Mystery Skulls that we didn't even know about until like halfway through the episode. And it didn't start getting dark until right around that point as well. As soon as that like little image, like with the Mystery Skulls van and the four individuals in the van, as soon as that showed up and it was like, you know, a sort of TV, I figured it was some kind of like, you know, projection. Well, I figured it was a projection, but of like a sort of dream or idea or a fantasy world created, not as a memory. And the memory is what made it like really, really dark, because, you know, part of the way through the memory we see that this yellow-haired guy with the cyborg arm pushes the guy in purple, who was apparently a fourth member of Mystery Skulls, basically to his death. And that's who this guy in the coffin was sort of like an undead version of the guy that had been pushed off the cliff. I was not expecting that kind of dark element in something like this. That's crazy. But something I also noticed too was the fact that this yellow-haired guy, who clearly has, like, you know, yellow is basically in his character design, but right before he pushes the purple guy off the cliff, the sclera in his eye turns from white to black, and his eyes change. His eye gets like this sort of greenish glow to it, but something, I'm actually kind of looking over it again now, but I noticed that his left arm, like, you go back to this image right here, you can see he has two normal arms, but you skip forward just a little bit and you see this like very light green or like darkness starting to slowly creep up his arm, and then the eye and that side of the face is kind of starting to turn the same color, like maybe he got possessed or something. I thought it was maybe like a jealousy, and I mean, maybe it still could be, because, you know, the yellow-haired guy was in the back seat and the purple-haired guy was driving, and now the yellow-haired guy is you know, driving, or was at the beginning of the video anyways. There may have been some jealousy towards Purple Dude. I'm not gonna say Purple Guy because then that's gonna make me think of FNAF. There may have been some jealousy on Yellow's part in terms of how he felt about Purple. Maybe there was some kind of like supernatural force that took advantage of that jealousy and just made him push him off the cliff for whatever freaking reason. But I mean, we get so many interesting images, like, you know, this guy, this sort of purple light rising up, and then the energy kind of going through the eyes of the blue chick. I wonder if maybe like the memory was flashing through her, and maybe she didn't initially know that Yellow pushed Purple off the cliff, but maybe she just is seeing that memory or something like that. This is where it gets interesting, though. The fact that there are clearly two sides of this guy. Like, he must be possessed, because you have one side that's like, you know, crying and like all sad and stuff, and you have this other side where he's smiling with the demon eye or something like that, with like, you know, like a menacing kind of fist or something like that. And then you get this image with what looks like some kind of weird kitsune biting a hand, and then what I assume to be like that reddish dog character in the front. I'm not for sure, but that's kind of my guess. And the fact that even whether Blue knows what actually happened or not, she still defends Yellow from Purple, and Purple obviously knows Blue. It's unclear if Blue knows that Purple is Purple. She might, because, you know, she could have. There's a strong indication she could have seen the memory of what actually happened, and she's also probably seen the hairstyle of this guy. But it's also interesting that this undead Purple guy's, like, his heart is initially yellow, which could indicate, you know, maybe some feelings, some strong feelings that he held towards Yellow as a result of, you know, getting pushed off the cliff, whether he was possessed or not, which is kind of my assumption. But then as soon as he drops it, it kind of cracks a little bit and turns blue. And then, of course, you know, it shows the fact that he opens up the now blue heart, the formerly yellow, now blue heart, to reveal it's like a locket, and that likely Purple and Blue were in some kind of relationship, whether they were very close, boyfriend, girlfriend, engaged, married, something like that. They were very close. That's the big point to make. And then, of course, is basically the final sort of general shot where Purple literally becomes a ghost and basically ascends along with the rest of the building that he was initially in. He could basically be gone, or it could be transported elsewhere, but he's literally a ghost now, which is kind of the title of, you know, the video and the main idea of the lyrics behind the music. This is what happens when I start, you know, watching stuff like this. I start to get super analytical and question like every little detail. There's still 3 more to watch, so I should probably not do that as much. I mean, I don't know for sure, but alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna start the second one, which chronologically and published wise, I believe is this one called Freaking Out. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Let's stop talking about analyzing the previous video, Ghost. Let's stop analyzing that, because otherwise I'm gonna go on like another 10-minute rant. The rant I just went on could have been a lot longer, but I digress. Oh. It's the cracked blue heart. Everybody's moving to a beat again. Who are you? Who are you? Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh. Kind of monster or something. Jeez. Wait a minute, is this where Purple initially... This is initially the case where Purple was pushed off. But if it's a time that's running out, how did this shit come about? I'm not faking out, but I'm afraid of losing you. If this shit comes to Oh, this is interesting. Whoa, what? Whoa, what is happening? Oh my gosh, I'm so lost. Did he just...
Just keep out in my tongue till all you want is done. Alright.
What kind of supernatural nonsense is this?
You just won't leave me. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. I get back this feeling. It's not in my head. And I know it's something I did, baby. I get back this feeling. I'm out of control. Got to get back to the life that I know. I'm not faking. But if
He felt a disturbance of the force. Is the dog some kind of like watchdog? Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of supernatural nonsense going on here. Oh! It's back to its old yellow self. I don't know if that's good or bad. Oh, is he... Oh my gosh, is he possessing the truck? Wow. Oh, dang. That's pretty... That's a sick ride. To my Papa, Tony King, thank you for believing in me. Interesting. Okay. That was a very interesting element because now we've got a whole bunch of supernatural elements that are being just tossed into play for no freaking reason. So we got this weird flower bush blue lady. I don't exactly know who or what she is. Her design and her abilities kind of remind me of, like, you know, I don't know, like a specific plant or something. Some kind of, like, you know, flowery poison ivy or something like that. Like, not the character, just like the general feel. I don't know for sure. I don't know what kind of, like, monster supernatural creature she is, but she could sense the presence of Purple and managed to sort of bring him back to life in an interesting way. And she was able to somehow gather intel concerning purple, yellow, and blue by creating flower creations of them. She also created this sort of red image with this bright red flower. It looks like that kitsune that I noticed from the first episode, who I thought was tied to like the red-haired fur dog from Ghost. But then for some reason Purple comes back to life and he starts fighting her, which I feel like I'm still lost, but I think part of it too could be that I'm paying more attention to the animation than the lyrics of the song. The lyrics might have been able to tip me off a bit more, so maybe I should try to focus a little less on the animation, try to focus a little more on the lyrics for the next two, would be my recommendation for myself. Poison Ivy Lady does have the ability, apparently, to sort of regenerate herself. I mean, she's some kind of plant monstrous creature or something like that. I don't know if she's dead or if she mutated that way or some kind of voodoo going on. But clearly Purple still feels feelings for Blue and still feels a lot of animosity towards Yellow. Whether he knows it was like a possession or a potential accident, because at this point, based on the reactions of Yellow in this and kind of what happened in the previous episode, I'm willing to bet that Yellow didn't know what was going on, or that it was some kind of like accident / possession. So I don't think he intentionally did it, even if he may have had a little bit of jealousy towards Purple. There are some other interesting shots that almost seem a bit unrelated and random and yet potentially connected. Like, I think that kitsune-like creature that I noticed from the first episode might be related, might have some kind of connection to the red dog. I'm not entirely sure what, but The red dog could be some kind of like, guardian or protector, because he seemed to react as soon as, Yellow's arms started fidgeting around. So there might be some connection or guardian, or I don't know, he's like sort of a watcher or something like that. I'm not for sure. There's still, most of this is kind of like show don't tell, and there's also the lyrics, which I really have not been paying attention to. So I don't know for sure. And the other interesting thing is, as soon as Red saw the petal from the Poison Ivy girl, he started freaking out, so that could mean that she could be coming for them for whatever reason. But I guess Purple is back, and he's at it for some good old-fashioned revenge, and I don't know what this Poison Ivy character wants. So let's go ahead, let's switch it up immediately to the third entry in this, which is called Hellbent. I'm gonna try and pay a little more attention to the lyrics this time. They may clue me in onto something else going on here. So, and I can always look back and pause and at the animation and whatnot later, so try and focus a little more on the lyrics this time, girly. Interesting, it doesn't start with music. Oh, there it goes. There goes the music. Interesting. Oh, that's adorable. That kind of started off a little bit grim. That's interesting. Oh boy. Oh dear. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh boy. Oh, this is pretty crazy. Oh boy. Oh, jeez. There's no music. This is kind of suspenseful. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh boy. Oh no, she's knocked out. That's not good. Oh jeez. Wow, that's an ability. Oh, this Poison Ivy character's following up. I still don't know why.
I've been hell-bent, baby. Hell-bent on loving you all day long. Hell-bent on drugs 'cause they turn you on. Don't know what else to do.
What the heck does she have against them?
Hell-bent on making you love me too. Even though now what I'm supposed to do, I don't give a damn.
Boy. Wait, who's this guy? Oh, shop worker? Bring out the shotgun!
I've been hell-bent, baby. It's been too long, baby. My eyes were shut. I feel your touch. Wrong is wrong. You made me so.
What the heck? Wait a second. Is this lady after the dog? Oh yes, blue chica, blue chica. Oh no, wait, what? Wait, new person. This new person. Oh my goodness, what is oh my goodness, this is... Oh no! Jeez, that's a shot. Oh my goodness. This is awful, but so well done. He's gonna get pushed off. Oh, he tried saying something. Oh. Whoa. Wait, what was that? Oh my word. Holy moly. So I wonder if maybe the first two videos were intended to be focused a little bit more on like the general story and the lyrics, and this was supposed to be focused on all the beats and the action. Holy moly. Okay, so I kind of figured it out eventually. I feel like it took me a little bit too long. That explains why Red was so scared of the little like flower petal or whatever, because he had some kind of encounter with this Poison Ivy character. She is after the dog, and Purple is after Yellow, and Blue's just kind of caught up in the mix. So I think I totally misunderstood. So there were images flashing of this big-ass cool Kitsune character and this blue character with a sword, which I think is what this Poison Ivy character became, and there wasn't any new, like, you know, blue chick or anything like that. It was just this Poison Ivy character, like, almost seeing her reflection in this weird way. But no, it's literally just blue chick protecting, it's literally just blue protecting red from Poison Ivy. I'm sorry that I keep just using these names, but it's the easiest for me. And then it seems like, you know, Red is about to let his ultimate power out, and then Purple captures Yellow and basically subjects him to the same sort of death that he ended up going through. What's interesting too is that Yellow tries to use like his sort of cyborg arm to try and stop Purple from, you know, dropping him. And it's utterly crazy that Purple even drops Yellow. Like, I was honestly stunned when I saw that shot. And then we got the shot of these 5 characters that have been shown so far with, you know, Purple being like, it almost looks like he's got this expression of what the fuck have I done, and Yellow just being like, I'm gonna die. And then, you know, this Poison Ivy going on the attack, and Blue being like, you know, half conscious and, you know, trying to fight back and unable to, and then frickin' Demon Dog. I know I kept saying Kitsune, but there were multiple tails and it was dog-like, fox-like, so that was what I thought. So, oh my word, this right here is a freaking shot. When then it ends with, you know, the Mystery Skull logo, and suddenly there's like a gunshot sound and a hole right through the middle. So, oh my gosh, this is crazy intense. I can't even focus. I have to watch the 4th one. Yeah, forget any more commentary on any of the previous episodes or the Hellbent one that I just watched, which, by the way, had much fewer lyrics than I initially anticipated. Again, it was focused a lot more on the action and the beats, and like, it was building up the hype. So I just need to watch the 4th one. It's called The Future. Come on. Hit me. Oh, that's the first time we've heard a voice.
It's down to you.
So Purple's name is Lewis.
Down to me. Did you ever really think that I'd become someone you'd call?
Oh no. Oh shit, bro. What's happening? What the? Oh, that was intense. Okay, please stop shotgunning him. That's just gonna piss him off even more.
I'm worried about the future, and fucking with that past shit, baby. I'm worried about the future.
Come on, come on, come on. Demon dog. Oh, now we get a little bit of info on her.
I barely got enough for rent. Ain't got no clue about where I'm going. And making dollars, but at least I'm making
Oh,
sense.
snap.
Don't need no gas, I ain't got no soul. Don't need the flesh, you just won't control. Never growing up, you know it's just the way I do it. I want the gold. I ain't no sucker, baby.
Oh, now he's... Oh, he hasn't seen that.
We'll be coming for ya. Ooh, I'm worried about the future.
Oh, boy.
Ain't fucking with the past.
Oh. Oh my gosh, this animation, this battle animation is amazing. Constantly spinning. So wait, is Poison Ivy like some kind of vampire-esque thing? Holy. Oh my goodness. These are some moments, holy moly.
Don't need no gas, I ain't got no soul. Don't need the flesh, you just won't control. Never growing up, you know it's just the way I do it. I want the gold. I ain't no sucker, baby. And when you least expect it,
Why is Red protecting Poison Ivy? Is it his battle?
I'm worried about the future. And fucking with the past.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Holy moly, did Demon Dog just go beast mode? Oh my goodness. Holy moly! Blue's going beast mode too! She knocked her heart right out of the park! Oh my goodness. No, no, no. Oh, what? Oh. Oh. What in the world? Oh, what? Whoa, what the what? Holy moly. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. Okay. There was a lot to unpack in this. First off, Purple broke the illusion so that Yellow wouldn't actually die. Or maybe he wasn't actually going to die. It was just a sort of... It could have been a nightmare or an illusion, or was real in an enclosed space or something like that. Either way, it stopped, and Yellow didn't end up dying, and Purple finally seemed to kind of come to his senses a little bit, I think, even though he got the he got shotgunned a bunch. So the one thing that I could not seem to figure out, I kept going back and forth, was who that karate girl in the flashbacks was. Whether it was previous Blue in a past, like, life, or not a past life, but if that was, you know, a younger version of Blue, or if that was a younger version of Poison Ivy. I really don't know for sure. But man, did Red just go like beast mode with his Kitsune demon dog form. And this Poison Ivy character as well, like, I don't know what her deal is. I don't know if she's some kind of vampire who, like, craves his blood, or there is some, like, toxic relationship between her and Red in a previous, like, instance, decades, something. Like, I don't exactly know what's going on between the two of them. She's crazy. That's all I really need to know at this point. But I mean, Blue's, like, you know, supernatural, literal baseball bat ice abilities. I have no idea where the frick those came from, but man, did it make for some badass scenes. And it's interesting, too, that when Yellow initially found the heart of Purple and the locket, it was initially Purple and Blue, but then it changed into an image of the four of them. So I'm not really sure what the original image inside the locket was. It could originally have been the four of them, but because Purple died and had this hell-bent animosity towards Yellow, it changed because his own, like, mind and perception was warped. I mean, that's one theory, at least. But I mean, that sick animation, too, between Blue and Poison Ivy was crazy. That was some beautiful, like panning and spinning. Like, that was some gorgeous animation right there. That was really good. That was a solid fight, I'll give it that. But it's interesting, too, that when Blue got hurt, what I imagine is Red's heart started sort of, like, holes started poking out of Red's heart and exploding with even more colors, which made him go into this, like, beast mode. And it's interesting, too, is that when Poison Ivy basically died, or, you know, turned back to a plant wood form, whatever it was, even more, like, color spilled out of Red's heart, and then, you know, eventually the blood came all rushing back to him, and he basically morphed into this massive, like, you know, demon dog ultimate or something like that. I don't know if there were some kind of locks or mechanisms that were maybe placed on Red's heart, and because of specific instances happening or specific scenarios, that those locks might have been broken. Like, that's my best idea, initial idea for how this could have possibly have happened, and suddenly he's this maniac, massive rabbit demon dog ultimate form. But it's interesting, too, seeing that Purple hasn't disappeared, and he's now watching over Blue, and Blue is kind of, like, you know, injured but still fighting, and Yellow's cybernetic arm is suddenly on the fritz and not freaking working at all. Oh my gosh, there is so much thrown into this. I don't know what to make of it all. There are too many possibilities, especially because almost none of them have been speaking up to this point. We've heard a couple of them make some noises on occasion, but we've really only heard one word from any of them, and that was, I think that was Yellow calling out Purple's name, which was Lewis. So the Purple's name being Lewis is pretty much confirmed. As for the rest of them, I have no idea. There's just so much because it's all tied into the animation and the beat and the lyrics, and less on, you know, actual talking. It's the whole show don't tell principle. And then at one point, too, there's this shot with what I assume to be Red's heart with all the colors spilling out. And then it gets this, like, interesting green glow about it. And then you see this green hand just reach out and grab onto the heart, and the heart suddenly changes color, which I imagine is kind of reflected in how Red basically changes into this giant, like, you know, probably not so good creature. But I don't know what caused it, whether something like possessed him, or there were locks on his heart and they were broken, or there's some kind of hidden power in Red that he was trying to suppress. I don't know. There are too many options here, and there's too little known about these characters. And then this ending animation as well, like this particular little sequence. Like, seriously, you can't be, like, that's so freaking hilarious. I think Purple's pretty much back to normal, even though he's practically undead at this point, and Yellow's just like... And then you got Blue just trying to figure out what the frick is going on, and I don't friggin' blame her. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've been talking for long enough, and I think I've said all I need to on these 4 particular episodes. There is so much potential story here, and there is so much, and it's interesting because these seem to be like the actual music videos for these particular songs, and doing it in this storytelling animated format is so interesting. I mean, I wouldn't say unique, but it's borderline unique because there's certainly not many artists that resort to doing that because animation takes time. I mean, you know, live action music videos, all you have to do a whole bunch of recordings in different places, make sure you get the right cuts and the edits, and it's really not that difficult. But animation is a whole nother beast to tackle. You need so many more people working on that, and it often takes a lot longer to do. So the fact that they decided to do this is freaking amazing. I don't think this is like these are fan works. I don't know for sure if they're fan works. If they are fan works, holy shnikes, this is freaking amazing. But if these are like actual, like, you know, animation content for these specific songs and like are some kind of music video, oh my goodness, respect to Mystery Skulls, because, you know, they were the artists behind every single one of the other songs, but holy moly, respect to them. This is so freaking creative. The colors and the storytelling, like some of the narrative elements, I imagine the lyrics probably, well, I was noticing a bit more in the 3rd and the 4th videos, that the lyrics were playing a lot more of a role, so I should probably listen to the 1st and the 2nd again at some point and see how much the lyrics tie into what's going on. But this is some creative, fascinating stuff. I am so glad I watched this. This is very unique and I absolutely love it. I'm starting to lose my voice, so I need to stop. And thank goodness, I'm pretty sure I got pretty much all my thoughts out. If there was more to this, I would be a little fascinated. Oh my gosh, this video in particular was only released like a year ago. What? Okay then. Good to know. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction to this little mini series. I hope I wasn't rambling for too much, but it's me, so you never know. I really did like this, and I think, did I mention about having a list of the patrons earlier? I may have forgotten that part, but it's okay. I've been doing it enough in recent videos. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did, and as usual, until the next video, guys, check you laters.